Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I've been here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics. I got my start here at Thomas Nelson in developmental studies. Due to a reorganization here at the college, the developmental studies division was absorbed by the natural science and math division. Since then, I have taught both developmental studies courses and credit math courses, with my credit math course emphasis being in math for the liberal arts. My greatest reward in teaching has been teaching adult learners who for some reason have not had an opportunity to go to college, some of whom have a great fear of mathematics. Seeing the light bulb turn on when they catch on to a concept, and actually seeing them enjoy math when in the past they've not liked it at all, has really been refreshing. Here at Thomas Nelson, since I've been at Thomas Nelson, I have co-authored a basic geometry textbook which has been used by about 10,000 students nationwide. I've also been faculty senate president. I think they are two of my greatest achievements since I have been here. The couple of funny things that have happened to me since I have been here is one time I needed to be away and the department head took my class. Little known to me, he went to my class and introduced himself as my son. When I came back, a student from the class came in for some assistance, and she said, "Your son did a fine job taking your class. But you know, you certainly are well preserved to have a son that age." That has been the department joke since then. Another humorous incident, I had a class one time that was just really difficult to motivate. I tried everything. I tried using an overhead projector. I tried film strips. I tried videos. I tried bringing in models. I tried just about everything I could think of, and nothing seemed to work. Well, I had worked on a lesson particularly hard, and I thought things were going well. Everyone seemed to be smiling and really intently interested. Then a student raised their hand and said, "Ms. Hawthorne, I think you better take that inchworm off of your blouse." Well, boy, was I deflated when I found out the amusement and interest was in the inchworm and not in the subject matter. My hobbies, I like cooking. I'm known on campus and in the community for my Italian cream cake, chocolate chip cookies, and hot rolls, frequently being requested to bring those for various activities. And I also like sewing. In the community, I have been very active in the Special Ed Advisory Committee in Williamsburg, serving there 13 years on the committee. I've retired from that now. And I'm also very active in my church, which is very important to me, St. Martin's Episcopal Church. I've served on the vestry and Director of Christian Education, and I'm now serve on the Altar Guild. My colleagues describe me as conscientious, dedicated, dependable, thorough. My students describe me as thorough and fair. And my campus-wide, I'm considered to be very professional. Thank you. All right. How long is it? Uh-oh. We got to cut. I went through and put down the things they told me to include. What do you think I ought to leave out? Yeah, I can only give one funny incident. Which one was the funniest? You think Dan Sims being my son? That has become the department joke. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I've been teaching here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics. Since I've been here, I have taught all of the developmental studies courses, math for the liberal arts, and pre-calculus. Yeah? All right. We ready? Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I have been a teacher here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics. Since I have been here, I have taught all of the developmental studies courses we offer, as well as math for the liberal arts and pre-calculus. My greatest reward in teaching is working with adult learners and seeing those people catch on to concepts in mathematics that they have been afraid of for a number of years, sort of seeing the light bulb come on. Some of my greatest accomplishments would be co-authoring a basic geometry textbook that's used by about 10,000 students nationwide. I've also been president of the Faculty Senate, which has been quite an honor. One of the most humorous events that's happened to me since I have been here was one time I needed to be away, and my department head took my class. And when I returned, little did I know that he had introduced himself to my class as my son. But a student came to my office that was in that class and to get some help, and she said, Mrs. Hawthorne, your son did a fine job of teaching your class, but you know, you're pretty well preserved to have a son that age. That has become a campus joke at this point. Some of my hobbies are cooking. I'm known in the community and in the department for my Italian cream cake, chocolate chip cookies, and rolls. I also enjoy sewing. In the community, I've been very active in special education. I have served on the Special Ed Advisory Committee in Williamsburg, James City County for 13 years, serving as chairperson as well as secretary. I've spoken to a number of college classes and community groups on parenting a special needs child. I've also been swim coach of Special Olympics for 7 years and currently serve as their treasurer. My church, St. Martin's Episcopal Church, has been an important part of my life, and at that church I have been director of Christian education, a member of the vestry and senior warden, and served on Altar Guild. My colleagues describe me as conscientious, dedicated, dependable, thorough, and knowledgeable. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. If I could quit getting my tongue wrapped around my head, I could probably do all right. Did that sound all right? You think we could use that one? Can I go home now? Oh, what are you going to do now?
Let's see.
What's wrong with 34 seconds?
Well, they want it no more than 2 minutes long. That's the problem.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to cut anything. We just need to shorten something up.
Well, if I would quit pausing and clearing my throat. Shall I leave out some of my community stuff?
Or shorten it up some way.
All right, look.
Special Olympics is good and all that. But if you,
Okay. All right, in the community. With special needs children, having served on the Special Ed Advisory Committee, spoken to numerous groups, and worked for Special Olympics. That ought to be shorter. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just changing the angles, so I'll have 2 angles to pick from.
Then can I go home? No, can I go back over to my cell? I've got to advise.
You have to do, I was going to say, all you have to do is just grade papers, right? Hey.
Well, this is the calm before the storm. I give,
You haven't given
no, I give 3 tomorrow.
Oh, Lord.
The Grim Reaper will arrive tomorrow.
I have sympathy.
My students ask me to be merciful.
There goes your weekend.
Yes. One of my students is taking an exam at 8 o'clock asked me if he'd know his grade by noon.
Where's he going?
He's going to Florida to get married.
Oh, that's nice.
He brought his fiancée by to meet me.
Oh, thanks a lot of you.
No, I think she just happened to be along that day. He's a good student. She's in the military. And when she was stationed here at Fort Eustis is when they met. And now she's in Florida. And so they're going to be married, and he's going to Florida. And he's going to go to a community college down there. Now I can calm down after this is over, right?
Yes, you may. Stand back.
Okay. All right. That's all right. We Barbara Dorr did a beep over here too. Hi, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I've been here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics, having taught both developmental studies and credit math courses. My main credit course I teach is math for the liberal arts. My greatest accomplishment since I have been here at Thomas Nelson, I think, is co-authoring a basic geometry book that has been used by at least 10,000 students nationwide. All right, I goofed anyway. Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I've been here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I teach I'm an assistant, let's start over. Yep. All right, I'll try to get my tongue from being wrapped around my head. You ready? Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I have been here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics, having taught all of the developmental studies courses and math for the liberal arts. What did I do then? All right. Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I've been here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics and have taught all of the developmental studies courses and math for the liberal arts. My greatest reward in teaching has been to take adult learners who have, for some reason, developed a fear of mathematics or a dislike for mathematics, have them understand a concept and to watch the light bulb come on, and actually say they enjoy mathematics. Some of my greatest accomplishments have been co-authoring a basic geometry textbook which has been used by more than 10,000 students nationwide, and also being president of the Faculty Senate. Some of my hobbies include cooking. I'm known on campus and in the community for my Italian cream cake, chocolate chip cookies, and rolls, and also I enjoy sewing. One of my most numerous events here at Thomas Nelson has been when one of my colleagues, the department chair, took one of my classes in my absence. Little did I know he introduced himself to the class as my son. One of the students from that class came in the next day and said, "Mrs. Hawthorne, your son did a fine job taking your class. You know, you're pretty well preserved to have a son that age." That has become the math department joke. Some of the things I do in the community, I've worked a lot with special needs children in the community, having served on the Special Ed Advisory Committee and coached swimming for Special Olympics. I've also spoken to a number of groups about parenting special needs children. I'm very active in St. Martin's Episcopal Church, which is a very meaningful experience for me, having served there as Director of Christian Education, served on the vestry and on the altar guild. Thank you. I left out the aspects of my personality. You can, if you want that, you can splice it off the other one.
Don't go away. I know you're going to get upset with me.
Why?
Because I'm going to move things.
Now wait a minute, you told me I could go home.
Well, I said when we're done.
No, you didn't either.
Doesn't sound like she likes doing it.
No, she doesn't.
Listen, all she had to do was walk in my class for me to go totally brain dead. She couldn't tell you. I couldn't even think about what I was teaching. Oh.
And you're going to be looking at that camera, basically, at that camera. This one is just kind of a side shot that I cut away, you know, for a different
Now, do I get to see this before you send it off?
Yeah. Look at that camera for a minute. Not me. I get you.
Can you see this piece of paper?
No, all I'm seeing is your face.
Good. I don't really need it if you want me to.
You didn't look at it but one time, I don't think. That time. You really just got it down.
I really think it'd be better narrated by somebody else.
It's only 2 minutes.
I know, but I don't want to look like the village idiot. Hello, my name is Shelby Hawthorne. I've been teaching here at Thomas Nelson Community College for 20 years. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics, having taught all of the developmental studies courses, math for the liberal art, and pre-calculus since I have been here. The thing I like best, I think, about teaching is teaching the adult learner, especially those students who have experienced difficulty with mathematics or have somehow developed a dislike for mathematics, and suddenly see the light bulb turn on, see them catch on to mathematics, and actually enjoy it. My greatest accomplishment since I have been here have been co-authoring a basic geometry math textbook that has been used by over 10,000 students nationwide, and also being elected president of the Faculty Senate. My most humorous experience since I've been here is having one of my classes covered by the department head. Little did I know that he was going to go and introduce himself as my son. The following day, when I returned to campus, one of my students from that class came to my office and said, "Mrs. Hawthorne, your son did a fine job, but you know you're pretty well preserved to have a son that age." That has become the departmental joke. My hobbies, well, I like cooking, and my Italian cream cake, chocolate chip cookies, and rolls are known in the community and on campus. I also enjoy sewing. I'm very active in the community with special needs children and their problems. I have served on the Special Education Advisory Committee for a number of years and have served as swim coach for Special Olympics, treasurers for Special Olympics, and talked to a number of community groups and classes about parents of special needs children. I also go to St. Martin's Episcopal Church, where I've been on the vestry, director of Christian Education, and served on the altar guild. My colleagues describe me as conscientious, dependable, knowledgeable, thorough, friendly, and professional. Thank you. I'm done? You mean we got one you think you can use?
Oh, I'm gonna mix and match 3 of them. I'll get the best audio,
Uh-huh.
I'll mix and match.
Did I get it all in there?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I did too. Yay!